Hey guys, this is Jordan from over at Shalani Productions, and I got a brand new Writers Corner headed your way. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about location. Your location states everything there is to be about your piece. Your content can be about anything at all, but at the same time, if you don't have your location set up, you don't know what's going on in the story. Say with Shakespeare, a big piece of his work is completely overdone, so I'm not going to talk about the obvious Romeo and Juliet. I'm talking about the amazing Twelfth Night. If you look at it, it can be done in different ways. It could be done traditionally like they've done at the Globe, or you can have Amanda Bynes' work, which is She's the Man. It's basically the same thing, but it's in a different location. Your location is also the time frame of where you set it. You want to do a lot of your research. Your research will help you get the dialogue. It will help you get the street corners down. You don't want to be like some authors that say that their pieces are from Washington State when they've never been a day in their life in Washington. They've never studied around different areas, different schematics for that. If you're writing about a piece, especially a time period piece, in and around your own little area that you are set in, what you can do if you have them is go to your local museum or even go to City Hall. There's also public records that you can take a look at some of the streets, what things used to be farmlands, what used to be not farmlands, different city buildings, what buildings burnt down, what buildings were there, what buildings weren't. It all helps build into that piece and gives it more of an authentic feel. If you want to do sci-fi or fantasy and create your entire world, that is fine as well, but it just takes a long time just to establish where your places are, where everything is going on at, what time frame it is going on at. Say if it's in space, what planets are in the space. You have to create different cultures, different ideas, different things to piece together for that location. Whereas if you're doing something that's a little bit more feasible for this time era in this universe that we are in right now, doing your research will definitely help you become a more credible writer that a lot of people would actually like to enjoy reading your stories. You want to know your terminology as well, because your time era, it all depends on how well you are delivering your speeches as well. With your characters, how they speak, some of them might be speaking the way I am with you right now. You can want to write in, say, like an old Western. If you're wanting to write an old Western or a timepiece that's set like 100 years back, you want to know what the terminology was. Right now I am playing Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and that has a nice little flair of saying this is processed for your brain to understand, so some of the dialect is not going to be similar. That's fine as long as you establish that at the beginning, that you are in a mechanism that is making you see the world the way you would understand it today. You want to make sure that you have all of your language and your terminology down, because that location will definitely set up how your characters are going to speak, how your characters are going to react to the world, because that's the world that they live in. That is what they know. Google Earth will be amazing. It's such an amazing tool to look at it, because you can get up on the street view, you can see how dingy it is, you can describe everything from there. That's what makes a story really good, is when you have to differentiate, especially a fiction. It's what makes a really good fiction writer really good, is to thinking that that person might actually be real. Could this actually be a real story, not a work of fiction? They do their extensive research and get down to the nitty-gritty details and leave no nooks and crannies unturned. Alright guys, this week's prompt of the week is "You were caught red-handed." Alright, that's it from me. My name is Jordan, and I will see you Monday.